I'm so excited and proud of what we've managed to achieve. It's been an amazing experience and like a really nice thing to focus on during this last year.
For me, it really falls into that kind of neoclassical, progressive metal genre.
Neoclassical metal, you know, heavy metal inspired by the classic composers.
The guide that Bach left for me was quite useful.
Get the score, listen to it, transpose it to the key that I wanted.
Lots of double bass playing. It's dramatic music. I think it always has been in the Baroque era, in the classical era, and it's really dramatic in the metal sense.
I think that's probably the hardest to play, that one. The beginning, all the kind of the winter stuff, that was the most challenging.
As other bass players will know, we provide a solid, stable platform for other people to shine.
I read Priest, and I like that it's sort of somebody waiting, but you can't really tell that it's a love song, but it is.
I will not wait on the melting of the lake. I hold the key to the mysteries of the faith. The hour is late, now open the gates. The red priest is coming.
So I'm very excited about Witches. It has a lot of great movement. The bass line has a chance to flourish in that one.
Berlioz. This is clearly the thing that inspired the song Black Sabbath. The rain and the bells and even the key in the first three chords. You can't get away from the Black Sabbath comparison with that beginning because that's the thing that inspired the song itself. But then that second part, there's a lot of original non-Berlioz stuff in that song. So very quickly you can get away into something that's its own piece. And you sort of move into a more power metal kind of vibe.
Light thickens calm, thick night shrouded.
You can really notice and hear where so many more contemporary artists draw upon all this classical music from several hundred years, like the Baroque period all the way through to the Romantic. It's really heavily influenced a lot of music.
So the praise to rouse.
My favourite bit in that composition that I'm most proud of is all the harmonies at the end. I wrote the chorus, and then when we got to the end, I kind of thought it'd be interesting to do it as a double time kind of thing, but then what can you add in that last part of a song to give it another lift?
By the picking of my arms, something wicked this way comes. I read for us, evil and proud, to give to you its night's black shroud.
The Bringer of War. It's an unusual one. It starts with that triplet. You've got this kind of 1 triplet 2 3 4 and 5, 1 triplet 2 3 4 and 5, and the entire piece is based on that, and plays around with it, moves the accents around and things like that. It's an unusual rhythm.
Singing something like Mars about devastation and horribleness of humankind.
Poison gas moves slowly, cancer creeping forward, bloody trenching moonlight, death is in
Bass players generally are pretty menacing people. The bass line is very specific, doesn't move around too much. It's good and it's solid. And so I was lucky enough to be asked to do some work on the lyrics. And being a war-like song enabled me to bring some of my own personal interests into it. And what I really wanted to try and convey was the insanity, really, of the First World War, the tragedy of the events that took place.
And obviously the chorus is Mars.
I always like 5/4 and 5/8 because they have a stumbling feel, like you get to the 4 beats that you're used to hearing, and then at the 5th and at the end, it really makes me think of soldiers in World War I, which kind of inspired all the lyrics that Marcus wrote, I think. I've always loved Tchaikovsky. Johnny's done a really good job of reworking that into this fast, exciting power metal kind of track.
So far a fairy tale I have not seen. The earth was feverous and in shame. Battle noises everywhere. Where sighs, groans, fill the air. War will have blood, they say blood will have blood. Time and the hour.
And Ross came in and put these epic high vocals over the top. To me, that's straight up power metal, and I love it.
And then it grew to take on more and more of the finale of 1812, and it got grander and grander, and I like where it ended up.
It wouldn't be the 1812 without bells and cannon.
So in the fanfare, all the bells of all the various chapels were all going off at the same time, all different keys, randomly different, playing different rhythms. So the effect I'm trying to create is similar to multiple church bells all ringing at the same time.
It's the ultimate finale of finales.
That would be a legacy, wouldn't it? If that's anything that people can remember us by, I would be proud. It's 7.5 minutes of pure triumph.